There we are.
Are we on?
Yeah, color's much better.
Oh, good.
I don't look like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I was wearing, if you're wondering, I was wearing a black shirt, completely black, and it changes the color to her for some reason. So
and I looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, I had to go back and grab one of my favorite Hawaiian shirts. Hey, this is the first day of summer.
Happy solstice, everybody.
Happy solstice. Yeah, we made it. Now from here on out.
Was there any doubt?
Yeah. From here on out, the days get shorter and shorter and shorter. This is the longest day of the year, the warmest day of the year. Welcome to Tejas. And so tonight,
crazy eyes.
Yeah, we were going to have a special guest. We were going to speak with Jackie Ravel, Jackie from Ravel Spirits.
Hey, this is Open Bar. I'm Lisa Peach.
Yeah, I'm Mike.
You always forget the intro. We did the intro like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, Jackie couldn't be here with us tonight.
Yeah, she's having problems with her Mac computer. But that's okay, because it turns out that we really haven't spoken to you guys about the 2016 Heartland tour that we do with our RV. That so far we've done 2 of these. They've been very successful. And this year,
actually, we did one impromptu one.
Yeah, that was just
and then we did
dry.
Right. Yeah, our very first
run.
one. Our very first one was just we were taking a short RV trip, and the folks at Del Bravo Tequila, who make Route 66, Peñasco, and Diva Tequila, were kind enough to meet up with us on our way out of town and give us some
booze for the trip.
Some booze for the road. So anyway, we decided on that trip that we really wanted to thank them somehow, and the best way to do that was with the influence that we had.
Yes.
So that was our very first influencer marketing campaign. Really, not that it was a real campaign.
No, it was just what we took them on vacation with us,
yeah.
which is how neat it turned out. And some of the places that we stayed were so scenic, that we had this bottle, we had a beautiful scenery. So why not take some pictures, right? And it was kind of a dry run for us because we had always talked about RVing, but we had never really done it.
We thought we wanted to RV, but we weren't sure.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd better test it out before we go.
For those RVers out there who are planning on retiring and I want to see the countryside, do yourself a favor, rent an RV first, see if you like it. See if you don't kill each other, while you're driving.
It worked out surprisingly well.
We had a great time.
There were 4 of us. There were us and the kids, and then the dog and 2 cats.
Yeah, we actually didn't leave our animals with anybody because
no pets left behind with an RV though, because we rented from Cruise America and they let you take your pets with you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
We love you.
So it turned out really well. Nobody died.
We didn't eat the cats.
Nobody got damaged.
No.
We really had a blast, and that was when we really fell in love with the whole RVing thing. And so last year we decided to take another trip, and that was when we went to Carlsbad Caverns. We went to the Grand Canyon. And we had some fun with Roger Klein and Elisa, his lovely wife, along the way.
We had some beautiful scenery, of course, Grand Canyon. How can you get any grander? Carlsbad Caverns were, both of those were the president. See, he's been watching us, the president of the United States. Obama's been following us.
We're not
so he
political
did the same
here.
thing.
We're not political.
Yeah, but he stopped at the same places we did. Anyway, it was a great learning experience. We had a great time. We took several brands with us. If you've been following us at all, you are following our blogs on the adventures that we've had with places like Taco Guild and places like that.
All of the brands that we took with us, you can find on our tequila wiki. We actually put up a wiki so that we had a collection of most of the posts that we made about them while we were on the road.
Yep.
So we embedded Facebook and Twitter posts and YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it was great fun to do the whole multimedia influencer tour thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we found that worked out really well for us because we have the audience that loves tequila and mezcal and agave spirits. And all of these small brands, you know, you'll notice there aren't any super big names that come along with us. And that's kind of by design. It's
by design. Yeah. Because, you know, these guys, even when we do sipping off the cuff, it's kind of a treat for us to get tequilas from big name tequilas.
Right. The occasional big name.
The occasional big name. It's kind
of fun.
It is fun. You know, they don't need us. But we realize that not everybody has deep pockets.
And what we really enjoy is helping out the smaller brands. The people who have come along with us are brands that were nominated for Brands of Promise. They're all brands that we know we can get behind.
Mm-hmm.
They're all brands that we know that we can
and that we
endorse.
think that you should get behind as well.
Right.
Alex and I always say, this is a worthy brand of promise, and we named our awards, specifically for that reason. Even if they don't win, they're certainly worthy of you looking for them. So if you can find them, you should support the small brands, because you know what? Everybody's an entrepreneur. Everybody's trying to reinvent themselves and make a decent living, and we realize that. You know, we're not out to gouge anybody. I know that we don't even ask for licensing fees for the medals that they win. But, you know, this particular program was designed exactly for brands like yours. If you're a brand owner, you're an importer, you're a distributor, you're looking at us, you're watching us either in the UK or in Mexico or in Canada, wherever, and you want more exposure, we're going to tell you how to do that.
Yeah. This is it. This is everybody's talking about influencer marketing right now. And this is exactly what we're doing. Influencer marketing is connecting the audience of an influencer to the products that they're looking for. Now, Tequila Aficionado, obviously, our audience wants more tequila, more mezcal. They want to find out
more
about
agave spirits.
Right. They want to find out about up-and-coming brands. And that's why we want to be able to give those brands exposure with our audience, because it helps the brands to succeed, and it helps our audience to find what they're looking for. And, you know, it's a point of integrity for us to not take brands on just because they're willing to pay us money. If we don't like the juice, we can't do it. It's a point of integrity. We're just not going to do it. We want to be able to promote the brands that we love and that we can heartily stand behind and endorse. So that's what we're doing this year. This year, we're actually opening it up to all of the nominees for 2014.
I think since we started
the Brands of Promise.
Yes.
All the nominees and winners, plus this year, we're opening it up to anyone that we tasted this year and nominated for a Brand of Promise.
Yeah. So if you submitted your tequila, mezcal, agave spirit to our Brands of Promise program in 2016, expect an email from us.
Right.
You don't have to say yes, but it's something that you might want to consider.
It's an option. Yeah, it's an option you might want to consider. It's a great opportunity for content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you may or may not be using PR companies that are charging you a lot of money. Before we get into that,
you might hear some words that you're not familiar with, especially if you're in the spirits industry, you're just starting, and you're not a huge vodka, you're not a big name bourbon or whiskey. believe me when I tell you that there are big names who seek influencers like Lisa, anywhere from pizza companies, yogurts. You'd be surprised the type of company that it seeks influencers. And our market at Tequila Aficionado is for agave spirits is very specialized. Anybody who knows anything about the industry, the spirits industry, you know that tequila is always at the bottom of that list. You've got whiskeys, you have rums, you have vodkas up here. And at the very bottom, at the tail end, you've got mezcals and tequilas. And there's a specific reason for that. Is because it's not a renewable prime material that you're using. It's not like potatoes. It's not like wheat. It's not something like sugarcane. It's not something that's renewable. It takes about 8 years for this stuff to grow. So it's not, even though it seems like it's flooding the market, it's not. So
it's a niche.
So it's a niche. We're very much a niche market. We realize that. You don't see us do tastings of a lot of different other spirits that have nothing to do with tequila. It's tequila and agave. That's it. So because of that, we've become a specific type of influencer that we realize people come to us to learn about tastings, tasting notes. We know what you're searching for because our website tells us what you're typing into the search bar. We get it. We understand what you're looking for, and we're trying to give you more of that. And as brand owners, we're trying to give you exposure to our people who are looking for you. So this is the cheapest way, the easiest way you can do it without spending an arm and a leg and without trying to find a PR company.
Well, and it's the way to reach your exact market.
Yeah, we're very much a targeted market. That's who we're after. So if you want to go to China, if you want to go into the UK, you want to go into Canada, you want to be seen in more places where there are tequila aficionados and agave spirits aficionados, you came to the right place. This is where it's at. And we're going to show you how to do it.
Are you done?
I'm done. So when you hear some of these words, take it from her. These are real world situations that are going on, and typically when you're your own brand owner and you're doing everything, you're distributing, you're selling, you're calling on new accounts, you ain't got time to take an Instagram. You barely have time to put a Facebook together, and we know that because a lot of times we don't even get POS on some of the materials, as point of sale materials. So Alex and I, or Rick and myself, are flying blind.
Right. So we have to look online, and we look online for these brands
and some of you
find
guys
out more. And some of y'all just don't have anything there.
Yeah. And in these days, if you don't have an internet presence,
so let's bring it back around.
You don't exist.
Let's bring it back around, Mike.
Okay. All right.
What I was saying is, a lot of you don't have time for content creation. Mm-hmm. You don't have time to create the photographs and play with the filters and do all of that stuff. You don't have time to create the videos, to create the tastings, to create the pairing notes, or create the recipes. That's all stuff that we do, and we love doing it. So it's, this sort of influencer campaign that we're talking about allows us to show the consumer, the end consumer, what they can do with your product, mm-hmm. how they can enjoy your product.
And in the big picture, we want to be of service to this industry because there's a lot of false information.
But we're not an industry magazine. People need to understand that we aren't an industry magazine. And this is
typically those are pay for play,
right? But we don't. We're not selling to,
our end consumer is the average person.
We're selling to the average tequila aficionado.
The guy who's going to take it off the shelf and go, "Hey, I want to buy this because I heard it was really great, or I saw a review on Tequila Aficionado,
Right.
or I saw them on YouTube or whatever.
But we're also followed by distributors. We're followed by restaurateurs. We're followed by bar owners, mixologists.
A lot of decision makers watch us.
Right. These are the people that you want to reach out and touch.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike and I are making that possible with these tours. And it's been great fun for us. And we love being able to not charge an arm and a leg to do it. Like, you know, the average PR company will charge you 10 times what we're looking for. All we're looking for is enough money to cover our costs. But so this Heartland tour, the Tequila Aficionado Heartland tour, okay, here's what's happening. We are going from Texas to Minnesota. And there are all kinds of places in between that we would love to visit. There's a restaurateur in Kansas, who loves tequila. We're hoping that maybe we can put something together with him and his distributor, but we haven't discussed that with anybody yet.
Nope.
So that's not a done deal. But we may go through Kansas, we may go through somewhere else. We could take a really strange route to Minnesota, but we are going from Texas to Minnesota. And then from Minnesota, here's where the fun begins, the real fun.
Yeah, because it won't be any fun for her driving all the way to Minnesota. She's going to hate it.
So from Minnesota, we're going to go to Wisconsin. And what's Wisconsin known for?
Cheese.
So we've seen these pairing infographics
besides beer
for cheeses with for cheeses with wines. But you know, cheese goes really well with tequila and mezcal. We do it all the time. And so we're going to source out some of Wisconsin's best cheeses, and we're going to do a whole lot of pairing with whoever comes along with us. We are going to find you your cheese.
That's right.
We're going to make it our mission.
And we're going to film this. We're going to photograph it. We'll probably Facebook a lot of it live. You know, we're going to blog about it. So there's all kinds of exposure. And if you're not familiar with,
there's more.
Well, I know. Of course there's going to be more because we're going to Michigan, right?
We're going to go to Michigan.
Okay.
We're going to pick some apples. We're going to enjoy the best of the Great Lakes. We are going to pick some apples, all kinds of apples, lots of apples. And we're going to do some pairing with those as well, because
apples go great with añejos.
But you're assuming that only añejos. Okay.
Oh, apples and añejos traditionally have had like a pear
Granny
or
Smith,
apple.
A Granny Smith with a really, really green Blanco could be very exciting. You have no idea.
If you have a green Blanco, you might want to come on board.
You might want to.
Or a mezcal, for that matter. And we've been very fortunate. We've had some wonderful brands who came with us, who would be amazing at with the kind of pairing that we want to do, and who we want to approach as well. We're going to go see some bats too. I was going to tell people that what does bats, bourbon, apples, and cheese have in common with agave spirits? It's everything. So we're gonna go to a bat sanctuary where I have because of you, but I was able to sponsor a bat. Mm-hmm. At Bat World, we'll be able to see Mr. Kitty. We'll be able to see how important bats are for pollination. We've heard a lot about that. Right now, there's a big movement toward having tequilas and mezcals be more bat friendly, and that's going to be in the long term. So we're going to show you what real bats are like.
As Ian Williams said, the agave is just another Irish potato famine waiting to happen.
Yeah, this is at crisis level at this point, and so anything that we can do to educate you guys out there and let you know that there's lots of sanctuaries throughout the United States and also in other countries to preserve the bats. Mm-hmm. So if you're an agave spirit person, you know, and you want to help out bats who are natural pollinators for agave and sotol and all that, well, keep an eye out, because we're going to show you. We're going to get to handle the bats. I love bats. Ever since I was a kid, I wear a bat.
It's not a petting zoo.
But you get to hold them. You get to feed them.
It's not a petting zoo.
Yeah, but they're bats.
But it's not a petting zoo.
I know.
You may not get to play with the bats.
I want to hold one. I don't want to play with them. They're busy playing with
the children. Like me and 3 kids going on tour.
We're also going to be looking at, there's going to be a couple of surprises probably on the way back into Texas.
There's always a surprise.
Yeah, because
when we go on the road, there's
always something. We are hoping also to possibly feature a very well-known distillery that I have a very heavy interest in. And that would be on the way back. I'll have to tell you, it's a whiskey distillery. So, because a lot of añejos and reposados are being aged in
the barrels,
in used barrels.
Yeah.
Where do these barrels come from? What flavor profiles do they share with some of your favorite añejos and all that type of stuff? Also, I think there's a location in Austin that we may want to drop by and talk to.
There is another very eco-friendly location there.
Yeah. So there's a lot of space in between this trip that we're in fact, once we get to Minnesota, there are a couple of other brand owners that may stop by and speak to us about their products as well. You didn't even know that Minneapolis, Minnesota is a hotbed for tequila these days. Any place where there's a cocktail culture, again, it's what's driving the market. And in states like Minnesota or other states like Kansas, they're known as control states, where the states control what it is that goes on the market. But the cocktail, the cocktail trend is continuing, and the mixology trend, and they are what's driving the market, and they're begging and asking for more and more better quality agave spirits, because nobody wants to make a margarita or a cantarito or anything like that with the usual suspects.
Right.
So we'll be talking with people there that are finally hopping on that bandwagon and blazing trails in a control state, and that's very important to our followers as well, and to other brand owners.
Yep.
What else are we doing?
Well, I wanted to talk about the sort of stuff that we're doing. We're going to change it up a little bit from last time, because we found some content gets a better response and gets more activity than other content. So we're changing that up. We're going to roll with that, with the package that we're offering our sponsors. We're going to be doing Instagram photos. We're going to be doing native Facebook video, which gets you right at the top of everybody's news feed. Okay. Native Facebook is big, and Facebook has changed their algorithm so that you see video first.
There's a lot of competition.
We're going to be making use of Facebook Live video.
There's a lot of competition going on right now with social media platforms that we belong to. And we stay on top of that. That's what Lisa does. She stays on top of the changes. And so right now is actually a really good time to come on board, because Instagram has opened up the length of a particular video. Facebook is changing up algorithms. You know, everybody wants to slant the content that you see on your timeline. They want to slant it toward them. Our job is to make sure that you
get the content that gets the slant toward you.
Exactly.
So so we'll be doing Instagram, we'll be doing native Facebook videos, we'll be doing YouTube videos, we'll be doing blog features on Tequila Aficionado. We're gonna work on the scheduling of that so that rolls better. We learn something new every time. So, and we're also going to be adding all of our sponsors to the Tequila Aficionado wiki. And that wiki it's great for consumers because they get to see the cool videos. You know, we have tasting videos, we have Instagrams, we have Facebook posts, we have photographs and stuff in there. It's great for the consumers, but it's also great for our sponsors because you can go to the wiki and see all of the things that we've posted about you, and you can share them directly from the wiki. So that makes it so much easier for you or your marketing people or your social media person or your PR company, whatever you've got going on. It's just a feed that makes it possible for you to go there when you need content. You can go there and you can get that content and share it out.
You can get the word out that way, you know, as well. So don't be afraid to use it. It belongs to you.
Right.
By all means.
It's on our platform. So our viewers are seeing it. Mm-hmm. Another thing too is our magazine. We had fun creating a magazine last time. Mm-hmm. It turned out to be a really big one. But for our Dia de los Muertos tour, we made a big magazine of all of the posts for all of our sponsors. And that was a huge job, but it was really satisfying to see what we were capable of doing. But after we had done that, we discussed it and we thought, you know, wouldn't this be great if we made an individual magazine for each sponsor?
That's right.
So when our sponsors come on, if they want to have their own magazine created just from the content that we create on this tour, we can do that. Mm-hmm. So if you need something like that for point of sale material, if you need something like that for, you know, training purposes, new distributors, anybody that you're trying to sell your brand to, we'll have that. We can create that for you. We can brand it for you. And then, you know, we can put all of that content on it for you.
If you think that spending on social media is kind of an expenditure that's superfluous, all right, you'd be surprised how many.
It's not. Social media pays off better than average advertising dollars do. Yep. Static advertising on websites. We will gladly take your money to advertise on our website, but we'd rather not. We'd rather that you come along as a sponsor on our tour, because you will get more bang for your buck that way. Magazine ads, they're really pretty. And, you know, we see them all the time.
They're primarily in trade magazines.
Yeah, we know that people are spending a lot of money on them. But that's just it. You're spending a lot of money on them and you're really not reaching as many people. We're reaching, with Instagram, our reach is over 34,000. Okay, we have over 2,000 subscribers, and then everything gets shared. All of our Instagrams get shared to Twitter. They get shared to Facebook. They get shared to other Instagram accounts.
Pinterest.
And Pinterest. And so we're looking at a reach of 34,000 with just one Instagram photo. And then with native Facebook video.
And by the way, Instagram is, for those of you who are in the marketing portion of the business and you're looking to attract millennials, well, guess where most of them are hanging out?
Instagram.
Yeah, baby.
So, and native Facebook videos, we're looking at a reach of over 33,000 impressions. Mm-hmm. That's a lot. We're reaching a lot of people. YouTube videos, over 10,000 impressions. Blog features, the Tequila Aficionado wiki, 10,000 a month. Mm-hmm. So let's do the math. 30, 60, 77. So where are you going to find a magazine with a circulation of 77,000 that will give you several ads for $250? Because that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a circulation of 77,000, and that's just for one Instagram, one Facebook. It's not going to
Can't
happen.
find them. Not going to happen. As a matter of fact, I will be honest with you. When I was working at the San Antonio Cocktail Conference this January, one of the smaller distributors who was involved in the show asked me. He goes, "How many followers do you have on Instagram?" And I asked him, I said, "Why is that important to you?" He goes, "Because," he was the spirits manager. And he said, "Because I do the Instagramming." Young guy, I would say he was a millennial. But when your future distributor, when your potential distributor is asking you questions like that, it's important to that distributor that you have an online presence. You know why? Because he doesn't have the sales force to go to all over the state. He can probably just barely cover what he's covering now, but he can direct people to say, well, we feature them on our Instagram or something. There was a reason that it was important to him. And if it's important to him as a distributor,
then it's important to you as a brand.
Exactly.
Now, and here's another thing. Some of these brands, are one-man brands. Okay? Some of you folks, we know who you are.
You know who you are. You're too tired to watch this live.
You are one-man brands, and you're probably watching this at 2 a.m. because that's the only time you've got. And you don't have time to manage your social media. You don't have time to do all of that. Or you haven't had time to set up an Instagram account. It's okay, because we can share this. We share this stuff on our accounts. We have the reach. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have the reach that can help you, and we can share this on our accounts. And then when you do get your accounts, then you can grab that content and share it on your accounts and front load your accounts so that your Facebook isn't empty, so that your Instagram isn't empty,
that you're posting more than once or twice a day.
And when you're talking to distributors who ask what your Instagram following is, and you have to say, well, I don't have an Instagram following yet, you can say, I have partnered with Tequila Aficionado, and they have an Instagram following of over 2,000.
Well, by the time you tell them that, we'll have an Instagram following of much
3 or 4.
Yeah, it'll be 3 or 4. By the way, we're not. You may, for those of you who have experimented with social media, that there are companies out there that ask you to buy. Send me $500 and I'll get you 5,000 followers. Guess what?
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
No, our research has shown that if you can get a core of 1,000 followers, true followers, people that hang on to you and retweet you or repost you or follow you or take you into consideration as a brand of promise, that's all you need. You only need a core, because those 1,000 people will tell 100 people of their closest friends and followers. And that's how it branches out. Thankfully, we've never been that kind of a company. We don't want, leave us alone. We don't want to buy another 10,000. We don't want you, because we don't care if you're a bot, a robot. We want real people, real consumers. I would rather have 1,000 consumers who are going to reach for a bottle and go, you know what? This motorcycle is probably some of the best Reposado you've ever had. And they're going to tell at least 10 people. And it really is.
Yeah.
And they're going to go and they're going to take 10 of these bottles off a shelf. Now, okay? Because that's how you get paid. That's how most of these guys get paid. I get it. I was in sales. It's case movement and bottle movement. How many of these can we get off the shelf?
Let's bring it on back.
Hey, I'm just... I'm getting on my soapbox here.
I know.
I'm trying to tell them that the people that we have following us are real people.
Right. We don't buy followers.
No.
Unlike some online magazine-y type.
Even
companies.
Some brands who have deeper pockets than you will buy followers.
We've never bought a follower. On Facebook, we have combined followings of 7,000 and up. And that's on all of our Facebook properties. and mine. We should mention this stuff that we do when we're on tour. This doesn't just go out to the Tequila Aficionado following. Okay, this goes out to Mike's following. It goes out to my following. You're reaching a lot of people on Twitter. We've got over 31,000 followers combined between Mike, myself, and Tequila Aficionado. And none of those were purchased followers. These are real people. On Instagram, we've got over 2,000. We've got over 2,000 on Tequila Aficionado. I have 6,000. Everything gets shared, from Tequila Aficionado to my audience, to Mike's audience. It all goes out there. And so you're reaching a lot of people by coming on board with us. So in keeping this short and sweet, which we have definitely not.
Well, we got time. We have a full hour.
That's what we've got. That's what we're doing with our Heartland tour. Okay, we're going to be doing more than just taking pictures of bottles. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot of pairing on this tour. I'm really excited about the pairing. I'm
excited to meet new people. We make a lot of friends. We never really know where we're going to meet them. I mean, if you go to our YouTube channel, you can watch some of our adventures on YouTube. We met a couple of these great guys who were headed to Lake Havasu for a car conference, and we met them. They fell in love with the 66, and next thing we know, they're showing us their car. They're showing us. We're taking. We got, of course, photo ops. They were so great with us, and they really appreciated getting a bottle for their trip.
And that's why what we do with sponsors is we ask our sponsors to send us 2 bottles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are the stipulations to come on?
All it is per expression. So like, let's say you only have an añejo. Okay. And you want that añejo to come on the tour with us. So what we'll do is we'll ask you for 2 bottles of that añejo. Okay. And we want to get those by mid-August, because we're going to be packing everything up and getting everything ready to go and getting all of our programming started before we actually leave.
There's a lot of prep work involved.
There's a lot of prep work.
And depending on how many brands show an interest, we have to be able to plan so that we want to make sure everybody
can
deliver
to
everybody.
FaceTime.
Exactly.
Right. So what we do is we ask for 2 bottles of your juice, because we do end up sharing a lot along the way. And then we ask for the $250 per expression. Mm-hmm. So your buy-in for all of this content and all of this reach is $250 and the cost of mailing 2 bottles to us. So if you only have one expression that you want to get some traction for, that's great. If you've got a Blanco, a Reposado, an Añejo, an Extra Añejo, by all means, bring them on. We'll only charge you $250 per expression. Every expression is going to get its FaceTime. Mm-hmm. Every expression is going to get its Instagram. It's going to get its Facebook post, the native Facebook video. It's going to get a YouTube video. It's going to get the blog feature, the wiki, the whole 9 yards. We had our last time, Humberto Ibarra sent us his entire line.
Yeah, wow.
He was
tequila and a mezcal that he was just importing, and you may have seen it. I don't even know if I have it here in front of me.
No, it's on our open shelf.
Yeah, we actually had it for sipping off the cuff, but that came at literally at the 11th hour. And he sent it to us, and it turned out to be one of the neater things that we got. Beautiful packaging. You may have seen it. It's Legendario Domingo, and it was it's stories like that. And
but we had to tell him. Okay, let me make a note here.
Sure.
Here's an asterisk.
Okay, asterisk.
We told him, he asked us to take Mezcal Legendario Domingo with us. and we said we would love to if we love it. We had to like it. And so what he did was he on faith, he sent us the payment. He sent us the 2 bottles of Legendario Domingo. We tasted it. We fell in love with it. We said, okay, we're going to go with it. If we hadn't loved it, we would have sent back the money.
Yeah.
We would have sent back the unopened bottle. But that's how we rolled with that one. Everybody else had to be a brand that we had tried. Mm-hmm. And that was, again, that's a point of integrity. And I really have to, I can't stress that enough.
Which is probably one of the other reasons we don't buy followers.
That's one of the reasons we don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. We're real, boys and girls. It's just us. Literally, it's just us. There is a third partner, and we do get some help. And we're to that point now where we're getting help. So we're trying. We want to advance as quickly as possible. We're lean and mean, so we can make these last minute changes or these last minute
the last minute additions.
The last minute additions, and bigger companies not going to be able to do that. But because of our size, we are able to service you and serve you in a more efficient and more elegant way. And we can't stress that enough. How much fun it is, because it still leaves us open to be spontaneous, because you know how it is.
But it's that spontaneity that sells.
Yeah.
It's, we had...
Millennials hate commercials. They hate commercials. But you know what they like? They like a story. They like a product that they can stand behind, and they want reasonable pricing. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
We can give them all 3.
Yeah. We had, here's an example. We were at the Grand Canyon, and I went down to the general store on my new bike. I went down to the store, found some amazing chocolates that I had never tried before.
Oh, yeah.
So I brought back the chocolate, and I thought, let's check this out. So we tried the chocolate with, I believe it was Molly Nolly.
Yeah, but we also tried the chocolate with.
We did, yeah.
Gracias a Dios Mezcal, who also came on the tour with us.
And we had Gracias a Dios by the campfire too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when in those chilly fall evenings, nothing warms your cockles better than a mezcal, especially Gracias a Dios. And the neat thing too, we went to the gift shop. What did we come back with? We found this little porcelain vessels. Copitas.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's the sort of thing we do on these tours. There's a lot that's pre-planned, but because we want to make sure everybody gets their FaceTime. But then we always leave room for that spontaneity. We always leave room for that. Oh my gosh, look at that classic car. Wouldn't that be great with Route 66 tequila? I got to take that picture. I left the RV
she did.
the pumps.
I was pumping the gas, and she ran.
I was wearing my driving moccasins. I left the RV at the pumps to
So there's this crazy lady.
Yeah.
There's this crazy lady goes, wait. And they turned out to be 2 of the coolest guys.
They were
You can
so
see
awesome.
So watch the interview on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. Check out, binge watch.
Check out the playlist for our Dia de los Muertos.
It was so much fun.
It was a blast.
I lived in New Mexico for so long that I was familiar that there was a casino called Route 66. Well, come on. I can't carry a Route 66 tequila.
It was easy.
If we don't stop at Route 66 casino. Come on. And that's the kind of thing that you can only get with us. And you know how it is when you go on vacation. There are certain things that happen, serendipitous things, there are no coincidences, all right? As far as I'm concerned, there aren't any. And that's the beautiful part of it, is that we're going out seeking the serendipity and seeking the
spontaneity.
The spontaneity and the oh my gosh moment.
But But a PR company isn't going to do that.
No, they're going to hire a photographer. He's going to show up with a white screen and put your bottle in front of it, and you're going to splash something on it, and you're going to rely on somebody else to come up with a slogan. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't let them do that to your brand.
So anyway, for the cost of 2 bottles and $250 per expression, you can come on the Heartland tour with us. We're going to do some exciting pairing stuff. We're going to be making a lot of stops on the way. We're planning on going slow, low and slow. So we're going to make.
That's the reason, because she does all the driving.
I do all the driving.
I can't drive that.
So we're going to be stopping at a lot of campgrounds along the way. We're going to be sharing these brands that come along with us. We'll be sharing these at the campground because yes, that happens. So we'll be doing a lot of that.
People always stop to ask us, "What are you taking a picture of?
What are you? Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What's that leaf doing with that bottle of tequila?" Well, glad you asked.
Yeah, but
as you can see, we're not very shy about talking about what we're doing, right?
Yeah, we're happy to talk about it. So we will be happy to talk about your brand. We're going to be sending letters out to all of the folks that were kind enough to come with us before. And I should mention, the folks that have come with us before, we're offering this package at the same price that they initially paid.
You know why? Because there's a thing about brand loyalty. We get it. We love you guys.
That's really important. Yeah.
You guys put your faith in us. And you have and probably because you've put your faith in Tequila Aficionado for so long that
we appreciate that.
We appreciate that. And when we appreciate you, we literally do that. And we realize now that the response was so huge and so heartwarming that we wanted to make sure that,
we had no idea that so many people would come on board on our very first trip. But it was wonderful. It was really exciting to see how many people supported Tequila Aficionado and how many people appreciated the value that Tequila Aficionado brings to their brand. And so
there aren't too many PR companies that are going to tell you that they love a challenge.
Yeah,
we love a challenge.
Yeah.
This was a challenge because, like I said, when you think at the beginning, I said, what do bats, bourbon, apples, and cheese have anything to do with agave spirits?
We're going to tell you.
We're going to show you exactly why there's a tie, a dovetail with all of that. And Middle America.
Not just Middle America.
Mid-America.
Make it sound
Midwest.
Make it sound like a belly button. This is the Heartland. This is breadbasket.
Yeah, but
we're going to be in it.
We're going to be in it. But you don't. When you think about breadbasket and you think about Wisconsin and Minnesota, you don't think about agave spirits. But guess what? You should be.
We're going to change Wisconsin's mind about beer.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when they get a load of what we're bringing up there. They're gonna go, oh my God, I didn't know that cheese was like that. Was that good? Don't you know?
Yeah. Or something like that.
Something like that. I can't try doing the accents. I can't do it.
Don't do that.
I just can't do it.
Don't do that.
But so we're looking forward to speaking out with you. Now, if they wanted to get a hold of us, if they're watching us now, how do they reach out to us?
Email tours@tequilaaficionado.com.
That's it.
Okay. Tours, TOURS, or Lisa, if that's easier for you, Lisa, LISA, @tequilaaficionado.com. We will be sending out our initial letters to the folks that have already come with us. We'll be sending those letters out soon. And then to all of our Brands of Promise nominees and past winners, we'll be sending letters out to you. But if you are a brand that we have not done a sipping off the cuff with, and you want to take advantage of this opportunity, then please get us your samples right away.
Well, email us where?
Yeah.
For samples.
Email us and we will send you the information. So
either Lisa or Mike at tequilaaficionado.com.
Yeah.
Let's say you like this idea. You want to give it a shot. And we haven't had a chance to review your tequila or mezcal or agave spirit, and you want to come on board,
We will fast track it.
Yes.
We will fast track your review.
We are now to the point where we can fast track reviews. I know that some of the brand owners, some of the brands have had to wait. And that's because of the backlog that we have, because we're literally the only ones that are giving you the honest truth.
The agave love.
The agave love. So we can fast track that review now. We have that ability. So if you're interested and we haven't really reviewed your mezcal or tequila or agave spirit, email me or Lisa, Mike or Lisa at tequilaaficionado.com. We will get you information out to you.
We'll get the details.
Within the hour, you'll have all the details, and then it would be up to you.
Okay.
So there you go.
We only wanted to go half an hour with this, and we're almost into an hour. So
anything else you want to cover?
Sure
who do we have next week? What do we have next week? First of all,
very good question.
First of all, this is called the back sell. If you haven't seen any of our open bars, or you missed last week's, you've been following us and you missed last week, you missed Ian Williams and his wonderful book.
He was fun.
He was
agavelicious.
He was agavelicious.
Yeah.
He was giving us plant porn. All right. He has written a book called Tequila, a global history, I believe is the term, the name. You can find his open bar on our website. Wonderful gentleman, certainly one of those that one of those books that belongs in your library. Okay,
absolutely.
So catch up on him, and then next week I believe that we have. We're looking at our calendar for next week because we got some great brands coming up. We have Tromba Tequila coming up. Those guys are really fun. They came on our tour.
Tromba. On the 27th.
On the 27th, Tromba Tequila. So a couple of the guys from Tromba are going to be on with us. It's about time because I've been talking with them for years, and they came on our tour last year.
They did.
They
were first.
Great tequila. They have a wonderful master distiller. Can't wait to talk to those guys because one of them's from Canada and the other guy's Australian. If you can believe that.
Oh, all the crazy accents.
Oh, I want to go to Australia.
Yeah, don't do that.
I can't.
You can't.
So we got that coming up. We have July.
We're taking the 4th of July off.
We're taking the 4th of July off, but
we have a Last Tequila Standing marathon for you to watch.
That's it. Last Tequila Standing is the only tequila reality show ever filmed. I was a part of it. And you get to binge watch that over my birthday weekend. Don't be surprised if I happen to interrupt your daily scheduled 4th of July festivities with a live Facebook, because Lisa will commandeer my phone.
I do that.
She does that.
I stole his phone.
She stole my phone today.
Actually, this is a message from Humberto Ibarra. Wow, that's really pretty. He's got something sneaky that he's working on, and it's really pretty.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
When did he send that?
He just sent it. But, yeah, so I commandeer his phone all the time. Anyway, so 4th of July weekend, we've got a Last Tequila Standing Marathon. And then on July 11th, we'll be talking with the guys who run the Texas Bar and Nightclub Alliance Convention.
That is one of the most fun shows. And for those of you who want to
get into Texas,
that's the show. That's the show. So we're going to give you the inside track on how to get into the state of Texas, which is like getting into another country. All right. Yeah. Well, literally.
Texas was another country.
Texas was another country. Viva Mexico. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. They cue me.
So I wonder if I can show them. Oh, I can't show them.
You can't show them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay because chances are we're gonna get it on Tequila Aficionado sooner than later. You're gonna see it here first. So thanks for sticking with us for an hour.
Thank you so much. Oh.
If you have any more questions, just shoot us an email.
Yep, Lisa at Tequila Aficionado, Mike at Tequila Aficionado.
Tours at Tequila Aficionado. It's tours. Right?
Fools at Tequila Aficionado.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Just big old dummies at tequilaaficionado.com, and it'll get to us.
For those of you who had Father's Day yesterday, happy Father's Day to all y'all. Last minute. For the 4th of July,
to the folks who provided us with Route 66 tequila.
Yes.
Thank you.
You guys, Del Bravo Spirits.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. And love you too. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us your comments down below. Okay?
Yeah. Make them clean.
We'll erase you.